Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fisher Log number 161, and lots have been happening. I know I missed a video last week, but the fish room keeps on moving along, and as you can see, this female Hackborlii is a nice mouthful. I do need to move her out of here because, well, I want her to, spit out the babies in a nice, safe environment, and that would probably not be here. So this tank is doing fine. It needs a couple of water changes, but the fish are perfectly happy. They have so much more room in here relative to the 20 gallon that they were in. So this experiment here, seeing if the holes in the bottom of the pot will end up producing more roots, I think I might be getting to the point now where it might be time to have a look at that. Might be a bit early, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go back through my video logs and see when I started this, but it's been at least a couple months now, so I think it might be time to have a look at that. This tank row here is doing really well. As you can see, getting lots of guppies. I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep this particular group, but the female is nice, the male is nice, they're doing well, and you see the fry are growing up. I do try, whenever I breed guppies, to have as great a variety in the genetics as possible. That way they're nice and hardy and healthy, and they're proving to be that, at least anyway. So this is one of the actually negative things that happened since my last video, and it has to do with this style of box filter. Remember, I built a whole pile of different types of box filters, trying out different experiments, and I think this one is definitely a failure. This is the one with the egg crate on the bottom. It is simpler, but I do have issues with this particular box filter. It can't be just this specific one, but I have a couple of things I want to try that change it up. But if you notice, the media is pulsing up and down there. It's not flowing as smoothly as it should, and I definitely want to check it out because I lost a few of the OB zebras, and that's really difficult to do. Of course, I was really busy and a bunch of other stuff happened as well, but like I said, that's the only one of those I have left, and the only one I have issues with, so I want to check that out. I want to swap out that bottom egg crate for the more standard one that's in these here, which is just a drilled piece of acrylic, and see if that changes the flow and if that's all it really takes, because it is important for me to figure that out. I mean, I won't be building those small ones anymore anyway, but that does mean hopefully I don't have to replace them all. So anyway, I got to check that out. I put a pair of plecos together. I found a good female in one of this tanks and put her in here, and then they basically almost immediately spawned. One of the fry, as you can see, just decided to wander off, and hopefully he's all right. But a few days, no, almost a week later. Time goes by so fast. There's a bunch of fry in here, which is nice. I do want to keep, obviously, my pleco line going. Been having it going now for years, and they are very useful fish. So yeah, I just wanted to. I'm glad to have another pair breeding, because I think the original breeding group has stopped spawning now. So whenever that happens, it's always a good idea to start at least one or two more. And I think I will probably also be starting, like I said, another one, and hopefully get them breeding soon. I tried to zoom in here and see if I can see if there's any fry still in there, but it's dark, and I don't really want to go poking around in there. They're happy, they're breeding, that's fine. That's all I need to know. I'm going to start throwing some green beans in there and a few other things just to get the fry some other stuff to chew on, and yeah, they're doing really well. It's kind of nice to always have good news, even though sometimes you also have bad news. So there you go. They're happy. They're going to do well. And the rest of the fish room is doing quite well as well. I mean, nothing really has changed. I mean, you're going up to the tank above here. And, well, I really do mean to get to dealing with the roots of that water lily. But it's just, like I said, time. Finding time for everything. My daughter was back visiting there last week, so it was, again, one of those things where you just priorities. So yeah, this all needs to be pruned. Obviously the killies don't care. They like all that sort of overgrownness. If you know where they came from, you'd understand. They're very small, overgrown streams, and again, they just thrive in that kind of environment. This is also something else I'm trying a little bit different with. I have yet to obviously build the actual unit, but I tried getting a different variety of eggs in. These are 80% hatch rate, and I have noticed quite a difference in not just the hatch rate, but also in the size of the baby brine shrimp. So I am going to do a whole video on this. Just going to do a comparison between the two, show you what I mean by all that, and hopefully I'll get that done soon. Always lots I want to do, just finding time to get it all done. These guys are just awesome. I like this little group. I do need to go in here and pull out some of the males, the ones with the ragged tails. But other than that, I mean, it's a healthy, vibrant group of fish. There are a couple I just like the colors of a bit more, and then, yeah, just keep them all going. This happens to be the best and, well, the most successful platy colony I've ever had. I mean, they just breed continuously. I keep meaning to split it up a little bit and try to get two going, but I mean, they're doing so well, I just don't want to mess with it. But I do need to do something because, you know, I have to move them out of there at least, if nothing else. Baby zebras, now that I've given them some more room, are a good size. Moved a bunch of them out to clients' tanks, so I do need to start breeding these more. I showed you the original adults on the other side, and I think I'll probably just put a mixed group of these and adults together and start getting some eggs off of them. As you can see, the hornwort is just insane. It is doing really well. I mean, I really like it as a plant, but it does need to be continually monitored so it doesn't take over the whole aquarium like this. As far as the breeding group of guppies in here goes, some of them are okay. There's nothing really spectacular in here. There's a couple of nice males. I'll keep an eye on it, but some of the others are just so much nicer. This is one example. There is a male right in the upper left there. You can see him right by the elbow. Oh, he's going down now. I'm going to focus in on here in a second. Just so much more colorful and definitely the kind of fish I like. Here we go. I'm very happy with him. He's a lovely fish. And I've got two, almost like, I suspect they're brothers. And there's one in this tank here, and there's one in there. I'm definitely going to set them up with their own little harems, and hopefully keep that line going, because they're very lovely fish. I'm very happy about how they look. This tank, I'm going to switch over to a proper box filter soon, because I like the chemistry is much better now with a box filter, and not just the underground filter to the high humidity planter. So I have some ideas. So all that is coming up, of course. So thank you very much for watching. Leave comments, let me know what you think about all this, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.